Hey, grace and peace, everyone. This is Charles here with another Midweek Recharge. And this week, I want to talk about my mother and father, but more specifically, I want to talk about how parents can inform your knowledge and relationship with God. I was reflecting, and we we won't do this over and over again, but it's still kind of fresh, kind of recent. And so I was reflecting on my mother's service and some of the things that I didn't get a chance to share in the eulogy. And one section that I missed was kind of the relationship that I have with God based on my parents. And I think about Jesus, and I think about when Jesus came to earth, that when he referred to God as Father. And as a father, I intuitively, I really understand that dynamic. And in particular, I understand, I think, in many ways, why it was comforting and helpful in that particular season, Jesus being fully man, to think of God as Father. That for Jesus, knowing that God was a protector and a provider, that God provided that sense of mission, those things were critical. And I think about my relationship with my own dad, my own father. Knowing my father provides a sense of groundedness. It provides a sense of stability. There's a sense of mission and purpose that I get from my dad, whether it was ever expressed overtly or not. There's just this intuition that comes from having that relationship with my earthly father. And I think that's a lot of what Jesus reflects on. But the formation of my relationship with God, at the core of my relationship with God, is an intimate relationship. It's a personal relationship. And that I got from my mom. I watched my mother pray, and I watched my mother worship. And it was her closeness with God, it was her intimacy with God that informed the core of my relationship with God. And at the core of my relationship with God is not that of one as a provider or protector. At the core of my relationship with God is one of an intimate friend, of a lover, of compassion and empathy. And so my challenge to you this week is to reflect on your parents and how they informed your relationship with God, and to use this opportunity to develop a deeper, closer, more intimate relationship with God. God is not male or female. In fact, God is mother and father. Let that be your recharge.